Developing tonight, we are learning more details on how two Hamilton Southeastern teachers died.
Investigators confirm Crystal and Frank Sergi died in a murder-suicide. A domestic violence prevention advocate is now trying to help people recognize signs that there's something wrong at home. News 8's Eric Feldman joins us now with more on that. Eric.
And you know, with these situations when they happen, you always hear, they're like, we're shocked this happened. These are the last people that you expect to have this happen to. And that's because it's hard to see the signs sometimes. And that is certainly what happened here in Fishers. The Fishers community, they were taken aback by the deaths of these two longtime HSC teachers. And it was hard. And this is the second time in about a month that a murder-suicide has rocked a family in central Indiana.
That candle represents a light that can shine in the midst of darkness as we pray for the victims.
It's hard to forget the scenes from Fishers Thursday night and Zionsville back in September. Two communities that dealt with murder-suicides in nearly a month. In Fishers, a married couple going through divorce, now dead. In Zionsville, a father recently divorced, killed himself and his two children. We may never know why these tragedies happened, but the impact is unmistakable.
I think it's important for everyone to know that there's services available for people who are victims of domestic violence.
That's why Susan Ferguson is speaking out. She's the executive director of Prevail, an organization that helps victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. And she says sometimes it's hard to know something's wrong.
Assailants are often very charismatic, friendly, well-liked people, and what's happening behind closed doors is not always obvious.
In 2016, the Domestic Violence Network released 5 years of data focused on central Indiana. It showed the number of deaths have dropped, but the number of calls to shelters and services about domestic violence, they've skyrocketed. The National Domestic Violence Hotline has a long list of signs to watch out for, but Ferguson says it's hard to know what's happening behind closed doors.
When somebody is in trouble and needs help, then I hope that we have a community that will believe them and that will help them to get help.
And we have a link to the National Domestic Violence Hotline page on our website where you can see all of the warning signs that we just talked about. That's at wishtv.com. I'm Eric Feldman, Wish TV News 8.